Hi, welcome back. I'm Richard the Painter. So this time we're going to put some primer on the MG shell. So I don't know if you can see or not in that picture. So we've got it all masked. Walk you around. We're about there again. So you can kind of get a gist of what we're doing. So basically all the filler work's been done, it's been prepped. We've got a little bit of a 1K epoxy to put on with some bare metals. It's all been cleaned. It's absolutely freezing, I don't know if you can tell or not. So we need to get the booth on, get the panels up to temperature. Just got a couple of bits of rub throughs. I just want to put a bit of 1K epoxy back on them just to make sure they're alright. And then we'll get it in primer. So I've already mixed the primer as well. So yeah, so any filler worked areas or any edges or anything like that, generally I'll put at least 3 coats. The roof is very, very good. Tops of the wings are very good. Most of the other areas will just get sort of 2 coats or thereabouts. I don't like using a lot of material if we don't have to, so if I can get away with 2, I'd rather use 2. But if it needs 3, I'll put 3. If it needs more, then we'll flat that and then we'll put more on afterwards. But yeah, let's get some heat on. So next time you join me, it will be, booth will be running and hopefully a lot warmer. Alright, back again. So now it's, excuse that, now it's a lot warmer. You're still on the tripod. I've just gone round with a bit of epoxy. What have I done with that? Pocket. So we're just using the MIPA 1K epoxy. Any big bits of bare metal or anything like that, any rub throughs, just make sure it's covered. Another one. Yeah, so basically I'm going to put a load of paint on now, a load of primer even, and hopefully I can try and capture it on this. And we'll give that a quick few minutes with some heat on, just to make sure it's through dry. And then in the morning, because it's cold at the minute, in the morning we'll come in, we'll put the booth on for 5-10 minutes just to warm it through, and then get blocking it and prepping it for painting. A couple of bits to seal, a couple of bits to prep, and then hopefully tomorrow, well, tomorrow for me anyway, not for you, hopefully we can get it in primer. So I'd like to have it in primer for the weekend. So let's see how we can get on. And right, I'm going to try and put you in the corner. Hopefully you'll see some of it. I'll speed it up again so it's not too boring. And yeah, we'll see how it turns out. Right, back again. Absolutely hectic. So this has had 3 coats and another half coat on certain areas. I will walk you around it in a minute. Absolutely hectic. Everybody's coming in and out. Now it's calm. The booth's off. Hopefully you can hear me better now. So we'll walk you around here and just show you. Just unclip you off here. There we go. So we've done the, if anybody's interested anyway, MIPA 4+1 primer, high build primer. It's already been epoxied. Any bare metal was epoxied. And then basically 3.5 coats of high build primer, so we can block that back in the morning. So we'll walk you around, you can see it now. If anybody's interested, I think one of these would look nice in satin black. I think it's got a good shape. I think it would carry it. Just my opinion, obviously. So you can see now, just make sure that's on. It's all coated, it's all quite flat as well. We've laid it on a tad thinner, just so it's all coated. You see that all right. The nice thing as well, because it dries with a little bit of a sheen. Because it dries a little bit of a sheen, if there's any issues, or if there's a ding that you've missed or an imperfection on an edge, it'll show it and you can deal with it quickly. So like down here, if I get you in the right light, you might just be able to see there's a couple of grinding marks in there. Nothing majored, and to be honest with you, that primer that's on there will probably fill them up, but if not, we can deal with that tomorrow, it's no problem. The customer fitted the quarters on this one, and that's what's left of his grinding marks. He still uses the old grinding stone, if you like. We tend to use the flat discs, so it leaves it a bit nicer. Not quite as aggressive as the old-fashioned stone. So yeah, roof's really good. Nothing wrong there. These joins all want a bit of a tickle. Again, nothing wrong. It's all nice actually, that seal. It's gone on really nice, to be honest. Sounds surprised, aren't I? But we've spent about 4 weeks getting it to this stage. As far as you're concerned, it's a 20-minute video, or thereabouts. So if you've watched the previous videos, you'll know that we didn't do the actual inside of the arch, if you like, purely because the customer's already painted in there, and we didn't want to. We were just getting it sealed up because we knew we had to deal with them and a bit of welding and a bit of messing around. So you'll see now, it'll probably make more sense if, assuming you've watched the other videos. If you haven't, go and watch the other video. So we've taped right up in there. Basically taped on the back of the arch, if you like, so we've got full access to the arch. So nothing's blowing in there and dirty and everything, but also nothing's coming back out and landed in anything. So we'll do the same thing when we mask for paint, and then we'll have to tape to the floor as well when we paint, because paint's not quite as forgiving. It will just blow everywhere and stick to everything. And because the customer's already painted underneath, which isn't great, if you like, you'd kind of do one and the other type of thing, which I suppose, as I've just had that, I've thought about it, it's kind of done that, but it just means we have to make sure we mask the underneath the floor and everything like that. It would have been easier from our point of view if we didn't have to do that and we just painted the outside, and then the top can be static sheeted, and then you just tape around the sills all the way around, and while the car's up in the air on the ramp, you can just paint underneath. When it's built back up, because the axle's in the front there and the rear axle's back in, and you've got to mask everything, so just got to make sure it all looks nice. Anyway, I'm waffling. So that's the front. I say we've done a similar thing at the front here. We've left it on the skates as well, purely just to get it round the workshop easier. This one's not too bad either. I don't know if you can see the slight colour difference. That was me, basically I put an extra layer on, there was a bit left in the gun, so I just went around all the edges. Just so we can make sure the edges are sort of bob on. You see how nice and sharp these edges are? We want to keep that. Keep as much as that as we can. That's an original factory line and we want to keep them real nice and straight. So if you are priming, stick a bit on them areas, a little bit extra on them areas, just gives you more to block to. And you can also make sure everything's really nice then and pucker. The back, which I've shown you already, that's all primed. So I believe I've said it already, I've probably said it in another video. So we're just going to stone chip, we're not leaving a hard line, customer doesn't want that. So we're just going to stone chip a couple of inches underneath, purely. You won't be able to see it if you're stood next to the car and it's not going right up the side or anything like that. It's just purely a bit of protection on the front. And we'll probably just wipe some around the inside of the arch as well. It just makes for a better job, and once it's painted it'll look nice and will stay nice hopefully. And then you don't get that horrible road rash and chip in paint and eventually rust and stuff like that. So yeah, so what I'll try and do tomorrow, it'll be in the next quite quickly, so all I'll do in the morning, quick bait so any moisture that's on it's out, and we'll block it, clean it, sort all that out, remask it, and then we'll probably give it another, probably like a little half bake, just get the temperature right up a bit, and then leave that for about 10 minutes, just let it get nice and hot just before we paint, and then we'll let the sort of booth drop back down, check the panel temperature again, because we're aiming for about 20, but we don't want any moisture left in the primer, so because we don't want any micro blistering, any issues going down the road, so which is why we do that. And with it being winter time here, the air is very damp, stuff like that, so that's why we do it. So it's just belts and braces really. Some people probably won't even bother, there's no point, there's this, there's that, there's whatever. I like to do it, just it's 10 minutes of your time, go and have another coffee, you know. Go and have another coffee, give it 10 minutes, and hopefully you never get any issues going down the road. Well, none that you've created anyway. And at least if you've done it, you can at least say then, well, I did everything I could. So anyway, I'm keep waffling. We're already over 10 minutes on this section. So I'm going to go sort this video out. If it makes any sense, might join it in with a bit more of the prep work as well, because I've just waffled no end. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Share, like, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you're into. Right, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.